hard getting from where you live, or an apartment or dorm, I don't know what it is, but to here, I mean, when you're kind of by yourself, and when you get here, teammates, they pick you up. You're kind of in that element. It helps. So those alone times have got to be the hardest.
Yeah, those alone times, because that's when you kind of just, you just sit with your thoughts, and it's like you kind of reflect on what has happened and like what can happen. And you start thinking too much, but really, so I would say, those alone times, but at the same time, those have been the best times for me, because those have also been the times that Jesus has found me, and I've allowed to, he's built my relationship with him. So like those times have, in the dark when nobody's there, where I can spend with him, and he can just give me a peace that nothing else, even football, can give me. So that peace that he can give me, I don't know if I would have had the same relationship if I hadn't gone through all those things. So I am grateful for that, and I just look forward to walking through life with him, and just, like I said, man, just showing people that despite even on the bad days, man, there could be some life in those days.
How many practices have you taken part in,
like overall,
here at Ohio State?
It hasn't been too many. Well, COVID year we had because we were missing games, we had a lot of practices. So, but it hasn't been too many, man. It hasn't been too many. But despite not having as many practices, I definitely put in a lot of work, and I've tried to incorporate all the work that these guys put in every single day. All my teammates put in. I've tried to do the same, just to we're a team. So I feel like I got to put in some work too. So hasn't been too many though. So
I just wondered how good it felt these last couple of days this week to be out on the field with your guys. Yeah,
it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling. And like I said, like when you're away from the game so long, you can ask yourself, do I love the game anymore? Should I keep going? And just being out there making plays, and just seeing other guys make plays, and being able to celebrate right there with them, like it just brings joy and just fun back to the game, back to football, and just allows me to realize, like I've been saying, like this is bigger than me. This is about this whole team, Zone 6, like just everybody, coaches, like it's one big family, and I love being a part of it. So I'm just grateful, and I'm happy running around, just trying to, just every day I get off the field or walk onto the field, I'm just thanking God for just allowing me to be out here despite everything I have.
Are you full go in practice right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how do you feel physically compared to where you were physically before you ever had an injury?
It's crazy, and I think it's just a testimony to God in my life and Jesus in my life, because I feel, you would think somebody with 4 ACLs, like, you got arthritis or you got something going on in your knees or your body, and really I feel great. I feel this is probably the fastest and strongest I've ever been, and it's kind of increased every year. So it's kind of like, I do a lot of things in the weight room. So even though I wasn't out here doing things on the field, like training room, weight room, like I was still lifting, still like running, speed-wise, and so I feel the strongest and fastest I've ever been. So that's only a testimony to Jesus, because if you ask me for ACLs, I should probably, I'd be walking around with a lamp, or crane, or
walker
or something, whatever they got, whatever the word they use for those things. So man, I feel great though.
We can tell you're in the weight room. We can tell.
What does your faith look like in the locker room? You haven't mentioned an answer that doesn't go back to God or Jesus, but what does that look like in the locker room? Do your teammates help you with that?
Yeah, most definitely. Like a lot of guys, I think just allowing people to just be open to being them, and just sharing like what they're going through, but also like even just starting like a Bible study and just talking to people about the word and just things like that, but just creating an environment where it doesn't matter like who you are, like you can be you, and Jesus loves you. And my message to a lot of guys I talk to is like, he died on the cross for you, like he died for you, and specifically to have a relationship with you. And in that relationship, like no matter what you go through in life, knowing that the God that created the universe is with you, you can get through anything, and he wants to walk with you in that. And I would say for my life and the things I've went through, if I wouldn't have went through those things, I don't know if I would have said yes to him. And so just, to look at, perseverance and obstacles in your life, and just be like, I'm glad I get to go through those, because I know it's going to make me stronger. So I would just say, just recognizing, who Jesus is and who he wants to be for each and every one of us in this locker room.
Sounds like we found out who your favorite teammate is.
Yeah.
Now that you are fully healthy,